what's going on? I want to wish everybody a good morning. Thank you for coming to kick it on Stony Island. Um, Shout out to all of the women.
Women! Women!
I appreciate all of y'all. Y'all really like the backbone of this channel. I know I've been speaking to the men lately. It's not to isolate y'all or nothing like that, but like I said, I had a few topics I just had to get off of my chest. Hopefully, I can turn that into a series separate from what I'm doing here. But while it was on my mind, I just had to get that off. And also, thank all of y'all and tell y'all how much I appreciate y'all for sticking with this channel and just watching it grow. I will continue to grow and continue to add. And my equipment is getting to the point where I'm almost ready to. I'm almost ready to bring on some extra firepower. You know, because I just said before, I know it can get boring as hell just sitting here listening to me. Um, and no matter what the topics are, I mean, I'm already like pretty good at keeping the topic going. I kind of just drift off into personal stories and all that kind of stuff. But I'm sure it's a lot better. Like I used to listen to talk radio and everything. It's rare that you have somebody that can carry a show on the solo tip. Shout out to Colin Coward or Cowherd, however you want to pronounce it, man. He's probably the best I've ever seen do it alone. There's not many people that carry my interest. They keep my interest long enough for me to stick with a show when it's just one person. Mainly because you just need different opinions. You need other. You need people to just come with perspectives from different walks of life. It just makes a conversation better. If I'm sitting here just talking to you by myself, then honestly, I'd be ready to go to sleep sometimes. It's probably not something I should say on my own channel, because I really mess with me. But nah, man, it's just in all seriousness, I'm looking forward to adding to the channel. I'm looking forward to having more people here. I'm looking forward to bouncing some different topics off of other people just to see what they think about it. Uh, so yeah, while I was at that, I just had to get that off of my chest. I've been going down this Tubi rabbit hole, and the one thing I've been noticing is like a certain formula. I don't know if that's because of I don't know if they're gearing the content towards what they think people want to see, or if that's just the formula. I noticed that TV started to take this certain turn, and all of the shows that we pay the most attention to, they have certain elements. So it's sex, it's drugs, it's a whole lot of violence. Money is always a motivation. And I'm like, okay, that just must be the recipe. You got shows like Power and BMF that just take it to extremes. But these are the shows that we love, right? We keep up with them. Um, and then I see a lot of the Tubi movies following that same formula. So I'm really wondering, are they making this content because they know people want to watch it? They know this is what people want to see? Or are they making it because this is the only tricks they have in the bag? I've really been curious. I posed a question up on my story. It was, would you support a black movie if it didn't contain sex, drugs, and violence? And maybe a combination of the three. Maybe it only contains one of them, but it seems like it has to have at least one of those elements. And I don't know. That's a little disappointing to me because I'm pretty sure we can be a lot more creative than that. And I've seen movies from the others that didn't contain any of those. Um, I don't know. I've really been disappointed in the creators because I feel like they're just not trying hard. You know, there's certain things I see. Um, Even with it's like I don't know if people notice this, but almost every movie you see, the intro is like some random aerial shots of a downtown area. Like it has nothing to do with the plot. It has nothing to do with the setting, and that's just what people give us. So I guess you hook up, a camera to a helicopter, or more realistically, like what you call them little flying things, man? Uh, like a drone, and just get your aerial shots. That's the coverage we need. They even use it to like transition to other scenes, and it's like a transition piece. It has nothing to do with the scene. It's not related to the setting. I feel like it's just lazy work. Um, and I guess that's the point I'm getting to. It's like people are really lazy. I know it's a whole lot of hard work going into these films, so I don't want to make it seem like they're not trying at all. But I almost feel like they're not trying at all because we keep getting the same content over and over. I think you wouldn't even have to be super creative to do something different. Just not do that, and your movie would already be different from what we're seeing already. So I don't know. I guess it's like a challenge to the viewers because I think it's really an insult to my intelligence when this is the only content that you can give me. Every now and then I find a story like it's shot well, it's good characters, it's a decent enough plot for me to follow, but I've seen this before, like over and over again, and they'll just keep playing movie after movie where it's like, oh my god, are we really gonna keep doing this? I'm getting sick of it. You know, it's like it's really grinding my gears at this point, man. I'm so tired of seeing it. Like we gotta be much better on the creative side of things because I know it's a lot of geniuses in these areas. There's a lot of artists that have plenty of ideas they probably want to get off, and maybe it's just a fear of like the no, not like being outside of the norm. We keep seeing the same thing, and people probably just scared to do something different because that's what works. Like I can sit here and complain about it, but it's clearly working because it's getting the attention of a lot of people. That's what they continue to follow and support and watch and share, like all of that. So I don't know. I don't know. That's that's one of the things that's it's disturbing me. At a certain point, it's just like enough is enough. I don't know if it's just me getting old and I'm getting more sensitive. Like I'm turning on this stuff and I'm like, man, I really don't need to have this on my spirit. I'm watching this stuff. This content is like it's not family friendly at all. I can't sit down and watch it with the kids. And I really don't want to sit down and watch it by myself. I don't want to watch it with adults. Like I'm just tired of this stuff. Like man, people don't understand. I watch a whole lot of like old Disney movies, cartoons. I was watching the '90s X-Men series for a while. Just because that's the kind of content I can consume and like going about my day without issues. Like the disturbing images, they're taking it to the extreme. They're trying to get the shock value or whatever it is. Like shout out to the makeup work and all of that, but like my goodness, man, it's really depressing me to think about it. Like I don't understand why. I don't understand why like we have to keep giving the same old content. Um, and instead of I'm not. I guess I'm doing a little bit of complaining, but honestly, um, eventually I want to start making my own film. So I guess it's just like it's a little bit of motivation for me to not do that. And I guess if I make a film where you see that as the content, then you can throw tomatoes at me if that's what you need to do, man. I really think it can't be that hard. Like I know how creative my mind is, and I've known plenty of creative people in my life. Not to mention the fact that like lately, I guess because this is the space I'm in, this is what I'm attracting. I've been running into a lot more creatives, filmmakers, artists, musicians, all of that kind of stuff. So that might be another one of the turns that I'm taking or making. Just leaning more into the creative space. So I appreciate that. I think because I have my own goals. I'm like making my petitions and kind of moving out of the way and letting it manifest. I'm starting to see exactly how that works. So no complaints from me there. I just want to like get together with some of these creatives and make some quality products. Not to say that what's been made is not quality, but it's geared towards a certain type of audience, and that can't be the only audience out there willing to consume material. Like I know it's a lot of we got the strike going on. You know, SAG is they're having a battle right now because of the greedy billionaires that just don't want to pay up. And I think this is like the perfect time is opening up a space for all of the independent artists to really shine. That's why I do support Tubi. I like what I'm seeing there. I'm liking excuse me, I'm liking the growth that I'm seeing and the fact that there's people out here willing to take more chances. They're opening up opportunities for more actors and everybody else that you have to put on set to make these things happen. Um, it's not a solo venture at all. You know, maybe one man can shoot with one camera, but now you only gonna get so far by yourself. So that's one of the things that I've been understanding as I grow and continue to make content for my channel. There's no way in the world I'm gonna keep doing all of this by myself. So it's open invitations for a lot of different things. It's more than just conversations. I'm open to um, just creating and collaborating because it's a hard job trying to create everything and do everything on your own. Um, I did see a meme before that kind of made me crack up, and it was about the Aries, and they lined up at this table, and you got all the different cards, as producer and director, and all the way down the line, like they standing in for all of those titles. I just kind of laughed at myself when I saw that because I was like, I don't know, maybe it's something to it. I know as far as my mind goes, I might have a hard time just like relinquishing some of the control, but I know that's one of the things I'll have to do if I want this channel to grow. So, and it's even bigger than the channel. It's because I have different ideas that I want to get off the ground, and not to say that I can't do it alone, but it wouldn't even make sense to put all of that burden on my back and try to carry it and still live my life and do everything else I need to do. There's a whole lot of things I'm responsible for. So now it's no way in the world I'm gonna keep carrying this burden on my own. So this is my invitation to all of y'all. To come kick it on Stony Island. Let's see what we can build. Appreciate you for your time. I'm not gonna take too much of it today, especially because my neighbors decided they wanted to cut grass early on a Monday morning. Like, who does that? There's been a whole lot of sound. They actually cutting into my recording time, but no big deal. Excuse me. The equipment is a lot better. It's cutting out a lot of that like ambient sound. So, uh, yeah, I'm not really tripping. It's just like, come on, man. I'm sleepy. I do not want to hear that early on a Monday morning. What's wrong with y'all? Like, what's the problem? Man? We got beef or something? That's what I want to ask them. I don't get it. There's some different kind of stuff. But as always, man, I love you. I appreciate you. And I'm out of here.